Very true. If you don't win a national championship, then you're gonna be forced to like literature. You know what I mean? You're gonna be forced to go with a police officer. You know, you always got that daughter. She don't want to be married to no police officer, but she lost everything else. You know what I'm saying? So she have to ride around with an off-duty officer. Man, that gotta suck, don't it, like, you know? And you know, an off-duty officer, they don't care about their life. You know what I mean? If you off duty, you need to go home and get into bed and just wait till you put your uniform on. That's what I told my child that wanted to be a police officer. Don't come out that house without your uniform on. Cause you know them niggas gonna kill you, man. You're a Negro, you done did some niggas wrong, you know they gonna kill you and they gonna shoot your ass. And that's what happened down there in Harris County. The sheriff got shot and killed, the deputy got shot, and 2 police officers, unfortunately, in less than 2 days. They're all dead. Harris County, Texas. Like, just a nice little mirror for you, to look into if you don't believe that manure smells like manure. Like, you know. If you don't think police officers can get shot, you need to Google Harris County, Texas, and see what just happened. Because they ain't playing with you while you playing games all the time. One of your fine men and women are deceased now because you like holding on to. You know, you like holding on to tater tots that don't belong to you. I'm gonna show this nigger a thing or two. You like taking money out the bank that don't belong to you. Sad, but it's true, like, you know. Very unfortunate, very sad, but very true. You know, just like George W. Bush Sr., he was so mad about his daddy dying that he killed Osama bin Laden Jr. too, like, you know. Was the last favor that he had. I mean, your dad was gonna die anyway, man. He was 90-some years old. Think about it. He been having heart attacks every day. They had him in Baptist every day, man. You know what I mean? They said when he get out, he went right to Popeye's chicken, extra spicy, extra grease. You know what I'm saying? That man been in the ICU for the last 3 years in a row. And you got the nerve to get mad at me because your daddy died. He was gonna die anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? The doctor said no more chicken, man. No more chicken, no more grease. And you did it anyway. So, you know. But I'm gonna tell the men and women in uniform one thing, you know. I know it's real hard for you not to think that you control everything, but you don't. You're only a municipality. You're a civil servant, you know what I mean? You don't control the city of Montgomery. You don't control private business or private industry. You have nothing to do with the stock market, E-Trade, Shell Builder, Charles Schwab, J.P. Morgan. You don't have anything to do with that. So when you start playing with it, that's when you start losing men and women in uniform in other states and counties. You know, because they not playing. The stock market not playing with you, you know what I mean? They not playing with you or their money. They'll kill your ass. I'm talking about for real. They'll come right to Ridgecrest and light your ass up. You know what I mean? And no doubt about it. With your uniform laid on the bed, they'll gun your ass down because it's not your money. You're a municipality. You know, you're a servant, you know, to the city or the county. You don't run the city. You work for the city. You know what I mean? I know that's embarrassing because you probably thought you was RoboCop. You know? But guess what? They ain't playing about that money in that global market, that Forex exchange. They'll kill your ass in broad daylight. You know? They'll bring some white boys from Italy with that mousse in their hair that don't go to Bilks. They don't have to go to Bilks. You know what I mean? They got the real mousse in their hair, you know what I mean? And a nice silencer where you can't hear nothing. And they'll get rid of your ass in broad daylight for tampering with stock market money that don't belong to you. You know, it's sad, but it's true. I mean, I know you got a gun, I know you got a badge, but it is very disheartening to know that you only here to serve the people of Montgomery. That's all you're here to do. You're here to help them when they call you for help, and you get paid to do it. You know what I mean? It might not be what you want to get paid. You might want to steal some money in a heist or something because you feel deprived and underpaid, but that money don't belong to you. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, the Grim Reaper comes back and gets you for the things that you did that you weren't supposed to do. You know what I mean? It's just true, like, you know. Very unfortunate and very true. You know, I knew a girl, she was from LA, And her dad was into that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And she said that he did a lot of stuff, you know, behind that badge that he wasn't supposed to do, including hanging niggers and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Very unfortunate, though, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if she wouldn't have told nobody, nothing would have happened to her. If she would have just kept it to herself, nobody would ever know. Very sad, but because of it, the state of Alabama, they lost probably 2,100 state troopers. I think they down to probably a couple of hundred state troopers, and that's it. They said El Chapo, anybody, Manuel Noriega, and Pablo Escobar. They say they just come through Montgomery anytime they want to. Birmingham, Huntsville, Mobile. They say they drive through all the time. All the notorious gangsters, Hoffa, and all them people, and you know, Gotti. They just move up and down the state of Alabama with nobody to pull them over. You know, because unfortunately that girl from LA, she said that her dad was a bad cop, you know what I mean? That he used his badge to bully folks. And because of it, the other servicemen and women, they walked away. And now the state of Alabama is being ravaged by MS-13, the Latin Kings, and you know, people that really would kill you. They don't like white or black. They only like their own color. They're very racist and supremacist group of people. They only like their own race. Sometimes they'll move into your business and they'll tell you when they're gonna pay you. You know, they're gonna tell you they're gonna rearrange your anatomy and your landscape. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want them to or not. And they'll pay you when they want to pay you. And they'll speak English to you when they want to speak English to you. And when they don't want to speak English, they'll say, no habla español, no habla inglés, you know what I mean? And you have to call them back for your money when they feel like talking to you about it. And a lot of time, a lot of white people and black folks are terrified to tell them to get away because of the death threats that they've got real death threats with real dead bodies with a piece of paper with a knife stuck into it on their chest. They front those to it. You know, those stuff like that. So, you know, that's the silent coup. They're not necessarily clucks, but there is a silent coup called the Latin Kings, and they will show your ass how serious they are at any given moment. Thank you for letting me tune in, ladies. I'm glad my name's Coronado, a Spanish conquistador. I'm very glad of that, ladies. And they made a lot of mistakes, but that wasn't one of them. The Coronado the Explorer, the Conquistador. Baby. Blame it on the Basilevi. Trying to tell you. I never last late. They play about a lot of stuff, but Coronado's not one of them, oh baby. Very sad, but very true. I just wonder what Regions gonna do about stealing that money out of that bank account. They're probably gonna say, I need to see your driver's license before you argue with me. Lord have mercy. They got it under chain and bar, don't they, babe? I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, the last 28 days, Regions probably has stolen about $600 from me, man. I'm talking about they just taking that kind of money out of my bank account. It's like every time I make a deposit or something, they take like 30, 60, something like that, just like that. I don't care nothing about it. Very sad and very true, ladies and gentlemen. You know, so Donald Trump said at this rate, if we don't intervene, then they gonna have this man somewhere where he don't want to be. So they have intervened, lady, and they was able to stop the money that you was getting. You're not gonna be getting it anymore. A lot of time people say that we'll just get it when you buy something on Amazon, some clippers or some books or something. But how can you get it when there's not gonna be any transactions being made? You see what I'm saying, lady? Don't it make your stomach hurt? Oh, baby. And you went out there to Jack Ingram and pulled that call to light and you said, I know I'm going to be able to pay for it through this Amazon thing he got going. But how are you going to be able to pay for it? And there's not going to be any Amazon transactions being made. Like, very sad. The UPS and FedEx and even the U.S. Parcel Service, the U.S. Post Office, they gonna be ashamed to know you these next 30 days. They gonna say they ashamed of the city of Montgomery and Birmingham. They ashamed. that you can't even serve a beverage without messing it up. They can't even serve a beverage or some tater tots like without screwing it all up. Like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you just? All you gotta do is just do the just basic. There's nothing to it. The man, goddamn, he requests something, you deliver it. That's it. Why can't you do that, like? I tell you, you got plenty of time to think about it when you're not on this side. You know what I'm saying? They say on the other side you got plenty. I'm talking about it's when you see how many gigabytes of memory you're gonna have when you get on the other side. You know, it's real. It's in a small cabinet. You know, some are plusher than others in a small cabinet. It's gonna be in a very shallow place, very shallow grave. But they say when you see how many gigabytes, you won't be able to count. You can't even count how many gigabytes of storage for the time you got to think about stuff and think things out. It's unlimited. Plenty of time to think and nobody to tell it to. You ain't got to worry about nobody goddamn knowing what you talking about. And you can talk all you want to. Because you got so many gigabytes on the other side. With nobody to interrupt you when you're talking. Lord have mercy. Very sad, but very true. But just like Ruggs, RUGG said, man. He said, man, I thought those AKAs was my friend, man. That's what he told me. Man, that dude was so mad when I talked to him. I was like, man, what did these folks do to him? I'm talking about that dude was screaming so loud, you know. He was screaming and hollering and yelling. And he invited me to a family reunion, right? And when I got there, the AKAs was riding behind me when I was riding up to their place. And he said he couldn't pick up the phone. He said, this BITCH is stalking me. And she was. They was trying to get inside the place right behind me. I guess they were just gonna ride in behind me, you know what I mean? But RUGG, Ruggs, he said, man, these BITCHs is crazy. They out of their damn mind. I was like, calm down, man. That's no way to talk to a lady. That's no way to talk to a lady. You dare fix your mouth to talk like that. But he was furious, lady. I don't know what they did. They probably said they refused to give up their seat to a light-skinned football player. That's what they said. She said she was tired and she was gonna sit right in his office chair, and right where he was supposed to get his paycheck. She was gonna park her hands right there when they put out his check, and she parked her hands there, and she was refusing to give up because she was tired. And I tell you that RUGG Ruggs, that day I never talked to him again after that day. When they was trying to slam into that facility. And they was finna stampede me. They didn't give a damn about my safety. They said, here's a nut job that's gonna be able to get in there, and we're gonna go in right behind him. Because I refuse to give up my seat for a nasty nigger like that. I tell you, I'm not nasty. I took a bath before I got here. I took a good bath before I got here and put on some Speed Stick. Speed Stick, a good bath from strong ass Drake Cardinal, baby. Stronger than Loud Pack, baby. Trying to tell you. And I tell you, they call you a nasty nigger, it's probably a rap, like, be nasty. You know what I'm saying? They said, and I'm going to tell you what they said, lady. They said it's not a dynasty. There's not a BCS dynasty. It's D Nasty. D Nasty? Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ, like. All this time I've been saying dynasty. They have a football dynasty, a legacy, a heritage. And she said, no, that means you're D-nasty. Oh, baby. And I tell you, man, it's very sad, very important that a lot of times Rosa, she's from Germany, and she's not a Negro. When you see Rosa, you'll see why nobody don't want to get close up on her, like, I don't know how close she's related to the Grim Reaper or the Rainbow Korean Massage and AAA and Associates, but they had some kind of fallout, maybe a nuclear fallout or something like that.